Hey there YouTube, Bad Fat Panda here, and I have another gameplay commentary for you guys. This time it's a search and destroy on Storm, and I'm using... Well, it's actually a continuation here, let me introduce it this way. This is a continuation from a Machinima post I had a little while ago. I wanted to actually put this up in a couplet, but it escaped me at the time, and I did mention in the commentary briefly, but we were being trash-talked by a bunch of people where I was using a spaz silenced with lightweight in a search and destroy lobby. They said it was overpowered, they said that I was shit, and our group was shit, so obviously took somewhat offense to that. If you haven't checked the video out, there's probably a link in the description, so you could check that out. It was well received, so you can go view that whenever you feel like. I won't force you to, but the end result of that was, this is actually 2 matches later, we were playing, and I said that, well, since you continue to complain about me using my overpowered spaz silence with lightweight, I will go ahead and use the class that you're using. Obviously it cannot be overpowered, right? Well, this is the class that he was using. Tar, one of them was using, the other one was using a Scar. So Tar, Silencer, Sleight of Hand, Stopping Power, Ninja, pretty just standard for like competitive search and destroy setting. Because it's awesome. I mean, like, look at it. So I used it this game, and after this game I said, they still gave me shit, and I said, well, it's not overpowered, right, because you were using it. And they said, no. So I said, well, give me a class to use, and they rage quit. So, that is that. I wish I had the audio recorded, but I don't, unfortunately, as PS3 is screwy that way, and I think I actually may have the act of them rage quitting at the end, so I might append that to the end of the footage if I do indeed have it somewhere in my hard drive. But I wanted to devote the bulk of this commentary to talking about, albeit somewhat late, I couldn't put this into my Tuesday commentary, but due to time constraints, I did want to get some, at least my opinion on the whole marijuana legalization in California, the ballot. Obviously, as of now, when I'm recording this on Wednesday, polls haven't officially come in, but it's pretty much looking like it hasn't really taken effect, and lost by about 5%, which is really not bad considering. But if we put that all out of the way, I just wanted to get sort of like an obviously, no opinion is impartial. If you have opinion, it's completely contradictory. It's like an oxymoron. You can't have an impartial opinion. It doesn't work that way. So I obviously have bias here. I get 2 triples this match. Sexy, right? Yes. But the point that I wanted to make is from an outsider. Like, I have not smoked anything in my life. Cigarettes, cocaine, marijuana, anything like that. But I still have a very strong opinion for the legalization of marijuana, and it's not 100% an economic reason, but largely an economic reason. So you have something like cigarettes. Cigarettes make the government, both federal and state, a ton of money because of taxes, right? So anything that is for sale publicly can be taxed, and pretty much damn well will be. Anything the government can get their hands on, they will. That's not to blame them. The point is that this is something that is prevalent in American society, whether or not the government deems to accept that fact. Here's an experiment here. Alright, so everybody listening to this commentary, obviously ranging demographic, but typically 13 to 17. Now, I want you to close your eyes, and that's my only death hit round. Pissed me off a bit, I'm not gonna lie, because it was a tar and it was that douchebag. But see, I told you it was the same class, except I have blue tiger instead of desert. So I want you to close your eyes and think about somebody that can procure you marijuana at this point in time. I'm not saying whether or not you will go to that person, I'm just saying, can you think of somebody? 90% of the people probably can, and that is something that the government is completely denying income from that market. If they were to legalize marijuana, they could tax it all they want to, states could get that revenue, everything would be hunky-dory, and we would actually get some benefit out of something that has really no current connection to death. That's the other thing. I mean, cigarettes, you have lung cancer, it's just, they're horrible for you, right? But the point is, I mean, cigarettes versus marijuana, nobody can really talk that much about the debate, as there haven't been as many long-term studies on marijuana users as there have been for cigarettes, but it still remains the same. I hope I can sort of give you a point, and I just wanted to get my opinion out there, because a lot of people, you hear from the perspective of, like, hey, well, you're a pothead, of course you'd be for the legalization of marijuana. I just wanted to sort of put a more economic spin on it from an outsider of that field. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary. If you did, like it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later, and peace.